I use this example a lot. I was talking about a second ago, and I want to go back there for a second. And I want you guys to always remember this. If the basketball score was 100 to 84, right? The score ended and your team lost by 16 points. The other team, had 100 and your team had 84. When we read the morning paper the next day, or when we hear about the score the next day, it looks like you got blown out. 100 to 84. Man, y'all got blown out. But do you know it really wasn't a blowout? Here's how your business works. It really wasn't a blowout. In basketball, a bucket is 2 points. So really, and it's 4 quarters. So really what happened was the other team scored 2 more buckets than you, but they did it each quarter. So at the end of the day, it looked like you got blown out, right? It looks like your goal was a long way from the other team's goal, and they had 100 points and you got 84. The reason it looks like you got blown out is because the other team really was just consistent and they didn't neglect doing small things each quarter for a certain period of time. Let me give you an example. In the first quarter, you were down by 8 points. I'm sorry, 4 points, 2 baskets. First quarter, you only down by 2 baskets. Y'all missed 2 layups. The other team made 2 layups. Basic fundamental layup, nothing fancy. Cost you 4 points. At the end of the second quarter, they made 4 free throws. You missed 4 free throws. No big deal. But y'all down by 8 points because of the 2 missed layups and the 4 missed free throws. They didn't blow you out. They didn't have no superstar. They just made 4 free throws and you missed 4 free throws. At the end of the third quarter, for 4 consecutive times, when they made 3, you made 2. So y'all all made baskets, but they made 4 3-pointers. You made 4 2-pointers. So you down by 4 because 4 times 3 is 12, and you got yours in 2s instead of 3s, so you only got 8 points. You see what I'm saying? 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. So you only down 12 points by the end of the third quarter. And in the fourth quarter, every time they made 2 points, they fouled you and you made 1 point. So they did that 4 times. You add all that together, you lost by 16 points. 4 points each quarter. 100 to 84. But all we know the next day is you got blown out. That's how life works. See, you neglected to make your free throws. You neglected to make your 3-pointers. When they were shooting 3s, you were shooting 2s. You neglected to make your layups, and you neglected to balance their 2 points out with your 1 point in the fourth quarter. And you lost by 16 points. That's how this business works. I'm telling you, that's exactly how the business. It looked like you getting blown out. It looked like everybody running past you. It looked like people getting promoted. Oh man, Van Johnson just hit 3-star. Oh man, last month Renee Toppin hit 3-star. I've been in this business way longer. It ain't that. You neglecting to do small stuff every day. So if I peak one person per day for 72 days, I got 72 people that I peaked. If a third of them get excited, right, I got about 25 people that's excited. If a third of them see the business, I got about 8 people who saw the business. And if a third of them join, I got 3 people in the business. I'm just consistent where you neglected to peak one person per day. So I blew you out. It ain't that I blew you out, but just over time, I peaked one person per day. So I got 72 people in the business. In front of the information. So I say all that to say, it's small stuff that adds up that makes you fall a long way from your goal. It's small stuff. It's nothing big. Oh, I'm not a good presenter. That's okay. We got great presentations. Oh, I don't know a whole bunch of people. You don't have to. You just need one per day that you meet. Social media got about 5 to 10,000 people in front of you every single day. But are you neglecting to post at least 3 times a day? People not joining. Well, you haven't had a money challenge party in 6 months. You haven't, not in your own house, you haven't even had one for the new person on your team that could have one. I'm on all the Zooms. Yeah, I know you're on every Zoom, but are you on there with guests? There's a difference between you being on the Zoom and you having guests on the Zoom. Oh, I'm always excited every first Saturday. Brian gonna give us a little something different. Yeah, but do you implement it when we get off? So when I add all that up, you haven't had a money challenge party for any new people on your team. You don't have guests on the Zooms. You get excited after the state of the team address, but you don't do anything. You leave Game Changer. You spent 3 days with us. You said you were gonna go home and kill it, but then you tapered off after day 4 because life hit you again. When I add all that up, you still at $5 a day. It's not one thing that's killing you. The score is 100 to 84 because of your lack of consistency and you're consistently neglectful. You, young lady, young man, are not far off. But every quarter, you're doing something small and you're getting blown out.